All right, let's just jump right into this. We spend so much time talking about the life of our crypto, right? The bull runs, the crashes, what's going to be the next thing. But have you ever stopped to think about what happens after? Well, after we're gone? Today, we're going to explore this really quiet but unbelievably important part of the blockchain world, your digital afterlife. I mean, just think about the difference for a second. For literally generations, the system was kind of straightforward. When someone passed, a lawyer would read a will, a bank moves the money, and your family gets the assets. There were safety nets, there were second chances. But in this new world of ours, whoa, it's a completely different ballgame. It's all about private keys and seed phrases. There are absolutely no do-overs. And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's not just a clever line, it's the cold, hard truth of self-custody. Once that access is gone, it is gone. For good. There's no one to call, there's no customer service hotline for your family to get your assets back. And look, this isn't some tiny theoretical problem that affects a couple people. The amount of wealth that has already been lost for good is, well, it's absolutely staggering. The size of this digital graveyard is probably going to shock you. Yep, you heard that right. Current estimates say that millions of Bitcoin, worth tens of billions of dollars, are already permanently locked away. Just floating out there in the digital ether, in vaults that nobody on planet Earth has the key to anymore. And what's really important to get is how these coins got lost. They weren't taken by some slick hacker or lost in a rug pull. This is a much quieter, kind of more tragic, human type of loss. You know, behind every single one of those lost wallets is a story. Maybe it's a family who had no idea their grandpa was a Bitcoin OG, or an early adopter who just never got around to writing down that recovery phrase. So, faced with this totally unique digital age problem, the community is doing what it does best. It's building a uniquely digital solution. It's a brand new kind of tradition for a brand new kind of asset. And get this, they're calling it the crypto funeral. So what the heck is a crypto funeral? Well, basically, it's a planned out process for your digital legacy. It could be something physical, where instructions get passed on, or, and this is where it gets really interesting, it can be a completely automated digital process where your final wishes are literally coded right onto the blockchain. And that right there, that's the really cool part. It brings us to the tech that makes this whole thing possible. I mean, how do you even build a last will and testament that doesn't live on a piece of paper, but lives on chain and runs all by itself, with no humans involved? Okay, so here are the nuts and bolts. It's basically a three-step dance. First, something called an oracle, which is just a fancy word for a service that connects the real world to the blockchain, scans public records. It's looking for a death certificate. Second, when it finds one, that verification triggers a smart contract you already wrote. And third, boom. The code runs, and the funds are automatically sent to whatever wallet addresses you picked out. No lawyers, no court dates, just pure code. It sounds perfect, right? Almost too simple. But is it really? Come on, we all know that real life is way, way messier than a clean piece of code. Yeah, this awesome solution brings a whole new set of tricky problems. For example, how do you stop that smart contract from firing by mistake? What if you're not, gone? What if you just decide to go backpacking in the mountains with no cell service for a year? And then there's the biggest puzzle of all. How do you set this whole thing up securely without accidentally creating a new way for someone to hack you while you're still here? These are the tough questions developers are wrestling with right now. And all this talk actually opens up a much deeper, kind of philosophical can of worms. We're getting good at the how, but we haven't really settled the why. Some people in the space argue that crypto shouldn't be passed down like a house or stocks. Maybe it should just vanish with you, like a digital treasure buried with its pharaoh. And that very debate is pushing this whole idea way beyond simple inheritance. It's evolving into this whole new concept of what a legacy can even be in a digital world. It's not just about who gets your crypto, but about what your crypto does long after you're gone. So check this out. Instead of the funds just going to an heir, your smart contract could direct them to a DAO. And from there, the possibilities get pretty wild. Your legacy could automatically donate to charities, support Eid projects, or, and I think this is so cool, it could fund an AI art project that just keeps on creating new art, in your name, forever. That's way more than inheritance. It's like a form of digital immortality written in code. And that really gets to the human heart of it all. With all the complex code and the decentralized tech,
At the end of the day, we're all still just trying to figure out the same big questions about memory and what we leave behind. This isn't just about assets. It's about finding a way for our story, our energy, to keep flowing on chain.
So I'll leave you with this question. The next time you're chasing the next meme coin or staring at a chart, just pause for a second and ask yourself, if you were gone tomorrow, would your entire digital world just vanish? Or would it get to tell your story one last time? For the first time in history, that choice is entirely programmable.